Welcome back to Clash of Culture. As we continue the 2023 college football season, we want to stop and give you guys an update on our Heisman prediction, where we are right now as we get ready to go into week 4. But before we get into football, like always, we want to thank you guys for the love and support. So if you made it this far, please press the like, subscribe, and notification button so you can continue to be updated with what we have going on in the channel. A lot going on. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link will be below. Man, that is fun. A great place to just kind of meet with some like-minded people, talk college football, talk trash, and have some fun. So please join the Discord. If you are here watching this video, that means we're very close to 1,000 subscribers. And if you didn't know, 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away a signed Heisman jersey, just like we did at 250 subscribers. The jersey's already been purchased. It's on standby. We're just waiting for that day where we hit 1,000 subscribers, and you guys will get more about how we're going to do that giveaway. With that being said, Steven, what's your thoughts on the Heisman race so far?
Kind of tricky. There's a lot of guys that could be named right now. Obviously, we're heading into week 4. A lot of big games this weekend. Live show coming on Friday. So make sure you guys, like my dad said, hit that notification bell so you guys can show up there, talk football with us, break down all of the key matchups this week. But for me, I'm going to give you my 3 names to talk about when it comes to the Heisman race right now. I have Penix, Sanders, and Caleb Williams. I think those 3 have kind of separated themselves from the pack. You can kind of throw Hartman in there as well, but I would say Penix has to be there just based off of his numbers alone. Caleb Williams has the numbers and he's a reigning Heisman winner. So not to have him is disrespectful in my opinion. And then you have Shedeur coming off the double overtime win at Colorado State. 3-0, the second most passing yards in all of college football. One of the best completion percentages in college football. So,
and who is he behind? You said second most. Who is he behind?
Penix. Penix has the most. And it's actually crazy. So I'm looking at the numbers now. I know you guys can't see it on the screen, but so Penix has about 100 yards more than Shedeur on 30 less completions. So his average is obviously a lot more. He has a higher rating. He's only been sacked 1 time. Penix, that is. Shedeur's been sacked 15 times. So kind of interesting, but those are my 3: Penix, Sanders, and Williams. Not that order. I have Penix, Williams, and then Sanders in that order. That would be my kind of rankings.
Sanders, yeah.
What would your top 3 be? Oh, unless you have more than 3, but
yeah, no. So that would be my top 3. I'm gonna kind of make a prediction here, and I think because of record, Shedeur is gonna fall. I think he's gonna still put up numbers. But we've seen a bad interception against Colorado State. They're playing the two toughest teams they will have played so far in the season and upcoming weeks in Oregon and USC. I think he will drop out of the race. And in that, I think it's very important that we start talking about the next people. So really, I don't think yours is putting up big numbers. He didn't have great numbers this past weekend. But I think people are going to hold that Alabama win in high esteem, unless Alabama just really goes on a free fall. I think we got to start talking about Jordan Travis. I think he deserves to at least be mentioned.
We'll find out this week a lot about him.
Yeah, sure. And I think Sam Hartman, especially coming off of a 300-yard week, deserves to be in that conversation as well. I think he's put himself. So honestly, probably at 4, I'd probably right now go Sam Hartman. At 5, I'd probably go Ewers. I'd probably go Travis at 5. I'd probably go Ewers at 6. Only because I think his numbers are a little bit lower. But I think, he's a big Red River rivalry away from maybe being 2 or 1. And then, like I said earlier, my kind of name on the outside looking in, but who could really make a splash is Dillon Gabriel. And I think if you look at his numbers are pretty pick. His numbers are amazing as well. And I think if Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry, I think we said October 7th, I think if he can put up numbers and Oklahoma beats Texas and Texas is still a top 5 team at that time, I think he will thrust himself. I think, again, we may be talking about 1 or 2 for Dillon Gabriel in terms of the Heisman race. So that's probably my top, and I went 6. But I just want to give past Shedeur because, like I said, not a knock to Shedeur. I think Shedeur is going to continue to do numbers. I think Colorado's going to start to lose some games, and that's gonna hurt him in the Heisman race because I think they're gonna drop some games. They just play in a very tough Pac-12, and I think we started to see the issues they're going to have with depth moving forward. So now we're realistically looking at not only who's going to put up numbers, but who's also going to be in playoff contention. Because I think really, historically, Heisman, at least as far back as I can remember, outside of Lamar Jackson, the Heismans have at least been in the playoff conversation. Now I know Caleb Williams wasn't in the playoffs last year, but USC was
New Year's Six
very,
Bowl.
yeah, definitely New Year's Six. And I don't think Shedeur is going to be I don't think Colorado is going to be a New Year's Six team this year. So I think that's going to, again, great story. Deserves, if I had to do Heisman's right now, if we were giving the Heisman away right now, he's definitely going to New York. But I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case as we continue towards the end of the season, especially as Colorado gets deeper in Pac-12 play.
So obviously week 4 is like the biggest week so far.
Yes.
Probably, arguably, I mean, this could be the biggest week of college football. When you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranked games, ranked versus ranked, and then you still have Clemson, Florida State, who obviously Clemson is not ranked right now. But 6 really heavy hitting matchups. Do you think this is still very early? But do you think the Heisman can kind of be won this week? Like let's say let's say Sam Hartman throws for 400 yards and blows out Ohio State.
No, I think somebody can put themselves deeply in the conversation. I don't think a Heisman can really be won into November. And the reason I say that, this is a big week, and there may be somebody we're not even talking about that puts themselves in the conversation. But I think Heisman's big, really, that comes with, to me, a conference championship, a playoff run, your name in the New Year's Six contention. So I think there are people that, again, let's assume Sam Hartman goes 400 yards, 4 touchdowns against Ohio State. I think we're now talking about him. I'm going to use this conversely. I think if Kyle McCord goes 400 yards, 4 touchdowns against Notre Dame, we're now talking about him. But I think they would both need to keep that up. Right? I don't think
the only person I would say is Shedeur. If he somehow wins this game and puts up numbers, I feel like at that point, like they could be a team that goes 9-3 and he could still get it. Like with a very key win. Now, obviously, they're a 21-point underdog. With that being said, being a 21-point dog, if they're able to win this game and he throws for, if you want to say 250 or 300 and 3 touchdowns and looks good, I mean, he'd probably be my favorite, even over Penix, even though the numbers are going to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, the tough part, the part where I'm going to concede that to you is Colorado this year is in terms of media and hype and all that, is something different. And again, mind you, I'm listening to the game. If you guys don't know, I was driving home during the game. I listened to the game the whole ride. I'm hearing Offset on the sideline, The Rock, Lil Wayne. Who else did I hear? Like all types of celebrities down on the sideline. Right. This is, so if Shedeur has a big game against Oregon, Shedeur has been thrust on the scene anyway. If Shedeur has a big game against Oregon, oh my goodness, the media hype around that, we're probably going to be talking about that game for the next 2-3 months. So yeah, I would concede that he is probably the one person that could not be in playoff contention, not be in New Year's Six contention. But if they do have a 9-3 season, he may be still in that conversation and
with the win over Oregon or USC, yeah. I think. Yeah,
now, my question to you is: there who would be? I want to like your top 3 non-quarterbacks.
That one's tough because I don't think there's anybody even like that's in contention. I mean, the one guy we thought, Marvin Harrison, he has numbers right now, but I think after that first week,
he's still behind.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I that's just me personally, but in even running backs, like Blake Corum doesn't really have anything crazy right now because he's
I would
splitting.
say so. So
Splitting
one of
carries.
mine would be Estime, the running back from Notre Dame. I think he's leading the league. I think he's leading the
But
nation in
he's
rushing.
played more games though, so
Right,
you
right. But
have
he's
to
still
take
like
that into account.
100 plus. And I say this to say, if he was to have a big 200-yard, 3-touchdown game against Ohio State, then now we're probably talking about him in that conversation.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't think as of right now there's anybody other than a quarterback that I would say. I mean, if you want to say Travis Hunter, he's probably the only one. But I
Yeah.
don't even have Travis Hunter in my top 10 right now.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
and the
played.
hard part with Travis Hunter is even if he was going to be in contention, he's going to miss a couple of weeks. I think that basically kind of takes him out of contention.
And also, if there's anybody from Colorado, it's going to be Shedeur Sanders. It's not going to be Travis Hunter, and that's just
Yeah.
the reality of it because the quarterback has the most stats.
It's a quarterback award.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't think. I mean, Malik Neighbors obviously had a big game last week, or yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever. But I don't think there's another, out of position, out of quarterback wise, that is going to be able to compete.
Like even Rome, and I don't know how you say Rome's last name, but
yeah.
Again, Rome is second in receiving the nation, putting up numbers. But again, he's not going to win it because Michael Penix is going to get all the credit there. So yeah, it's that. Like I said, the only person I can kind of see is maybe Estime if he had a big game against Ohio State.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now I know I asked you, is there anybody that I think that you think could win the Heisman after this year? Is there anybody that you think could lose the Heisman this week? That like with the performance, like you're done.
Yes.
Like,
well, I would say a number of people, but I would say the Shedeur is probably my. I don't want to say my pick, but who I would suspect if he does not have a great game is going to be in the biggest uphill battle.
Well, wait. Well, I think if Colorado loses and they beat USC next week, I think they're still in a good situation. I would say the only player that I would say like
Hartman.
No, because even Hartman still plays USC and Clemson. So,
but I think still, let's just say Hartman went 152-2, and Notre Dame lost bad.
Okay,
it's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard for them to win a Heisman.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that for anybody then, with those kind of numbers. Kind of interesting, I guess. Like I said, there's a lot of good games this week, so we're looking forward to that. Let us know in the comment section down below who you guys have. Who are your top 3 in order, your Heisman rankings? Also, give us a dark horse.
I'd also say, I think if Jordan Travis had a bad game against Clemson, and for Florida State, it's also harder because this is their last real marquee game. Now, I know they play Miami.
They play Florida too.
But I think both of those teams, by the time they get to those games, they're going to be a little bit more down. I think this is the last marquee game.
Oh, they play Duke too.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, they play Duke, which should be a decent game. Oh no, I lied. They don't play Duke. Oh yes, they do. They do. October 21st. Okay. So in a month. They play Duke in a month.
I think Jordan Travis needs I'll be honest, in terms of Heisman's this week, I'm going to say Sam Hartman and Jordan Travis have the biggest upside or downside this week. Their momentum, either for being in New York or not being in New York, resides the most this week. I think they can make the biggest upswing or downswing.
Florida State?
Jordan Travis and Sam Hartman. Because if Jordan Travis goes off, I think if Jordan Travis goes off this week, I think he may punch his ticket. I'm not going to say to the Heisman, but to New York.
Yeah.
If Sam Hartman goes off, Sam Hartman still has some other big games. I think Jordan Travis is almost in the clear. Like he's probably at a place where let me say this, if Jordan Travis has a good game, a 300-yard, 3-touchdown game, and he runs for 70 yards and a touchdown, I would almost be willing to put money that he's going to be in New York, barring injury.
Yeah, going to be interesting. Like I said, obviously after week 4, we're going to be able to talk a lot more about Heisman, potential players, a lot more about college football playoff, potential contenders and stuff like that. So it's going to be very fun. But like I said before, if you guys are new around here, please do us a favor, like the video, comment down below your takes on the Heisman race right now. What are your predictions, projections? Who are your dark horses? Also, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We post college football content every single day. It's been super fun growing the channel and the community. The Discord and the pickup link is down below, so make sure you guys join those. Again, we're going to be dropping another video tomorrow. And then big live show coming this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So please stop by, say what's up. Even if it's for a little bit, just come give your take with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we will see you guys tomorrow at tomorrow's video. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.